Many people are behind on the rent because of being laid off, and there's been a lot of confusion over whether they can actually be evicted at this time. News 4 Tucson's Matthew Schwartz digging deeper tonight and has answers to key questions.
If you're facing eviction from your home because you're behind on your rent, you won't be evicted at least for a few weeks. You won't even have an eviction hearing in Pima County Justice Court until May 4th at the earliest. That's because of an order by the state Supreme Court due to the COVID-19 pandemic.
It's a constitutional right to have your side of the story, your side of the case heard by a judge. And right now, tenants in eviction court aren't being allowed into court if they're symptomatic.
Sabrina Fladness is an attorney with Southern Arizona Legal Aid. She says if your landlord files an eviction notice against you for non-payment of rent, you can file a motion seeking a continuance and drop it off in the Justice Court lobby. The postponement of hearings only affects evictions due to non-payment of rent. You can still be kicked out for other breaches of your lease. Legal aid attorney James Dobby says landlords must give tenants 5 days notice, stating how much they owe before they can start an eviction action.
If you can work things out with the landlord, that's always preferable to going to court. If you ideally work things out with them within that 5-day window before he even files an eviction action.
Pima County's presiding justice of the peace, Adam Waters, told us that the number of evictions filed has dropped drastically this year. In January, there were almost 1,100 filings. In February, 984. March saw 631 filings, and so far this month there have been only 86. So maybe landlords are being more understanding. Also, anyone facing eviction who has health problems might be able to get a stay.
If they can show that they have a serious health risk related to COVID-19, if, for instance, they're older than 65, if they have certain conditions, respiratory conditions that would put them at risk of death.
You might also avoid eviction by showing the court proof that you were laid off due to the pandemic. If you can't afford to pay your rent, Attorney Dobby says the worst thing you can do is just sit around doing nothing and hope the constable doesn't show up. If you don't feel well, have a friend, an attorney, some representative do the paperwork for you. Digging deeper, Matthew Schwartz, News 4 Tucson.